Right.
Do everybody, and welcome to some PMALCS preseason, week 1 of season 5. Here we got our lovely casters, Neil the Steel,
The
king
one and
of
only,
Mirror
baby.
Steals and Heart Steals. And joined, I myself am Rip Lolly Hentai.
Formerly known as General Dill, the one and only top laner in the top of your heart. General Dill.
So we are here today with Uno Truco Demonicos up against Labby Dabby Doo. And this would be an exciting matchup if I could, watch the game, but we are not at that point yet.
That's all right. That's all right. We're getting ready. We're getting ready for the draft. It's an exciting preseason match. Couple of some heavy hitters going against each other in the preseason. We're gonna see where we stand here before we get the initial ball rolling. So,
absolutely, and we're looking over here. Uno Truco Demonicos going to be having your lovely Maye, the leader of the Bung cult. Followed by Wheels on the Bus, Wallace Sound, Uncle Jemima, slapping the syrup on your pancakes, and then of course they have Hiramar.
Yeah, not everyone can be an all-star on this team. Some big names ringing out here. You got Maye, MVP of the last split. Like you said, Uncle Jemima in the top lane, just really slapping it down, and someone's got to bring up the rear. So we got Hiramar. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yep, and then they are faced off by Labby Dabby Doo's team of Ruffall and I didn't download the app. Fuck. Labyrinth 1898. This is Lugo, JJ Bell, and then Biscuit Hat following. I need to go download that app. Well, I guess we are already into bans. UTD electing to ban the brand away from somebody.
From This Is Lugo or from Biscuit Hat.
Yeah, and that's not really a This Is Lugo champion. But the Rumble takes away from Rafal, and then Echo.
The useless Anivia ban, of course. We all know, Not quite sure. We got a J4 coming out first. A bung acolyte pick for sure. If you consider yourself a follower of the bung, you first pick J4.
Absolutely. And then on the other side, will we see the Lee Sin?
That's a Labby pick. Yeah, that's a Labby pick. We know he likes his Lee Sin. He likes the blind man in the jungle. So junglers getting out of the way right away, not hiding anything, not leaving any mystery here. We know what's going to be happening in those bushes.
Absolutely not.
Which is usually what you want. You want to know what's happening in the bushes. So.
And it looks like a Braum picked up. I believe that'll probably end up going over to Biscuit Hat, being a typical support player.
You would think, yeah. Let's see UTD up. We're going to see the Zerath on Hiramar. Oh. And a quick turnaround with the Morgana for Wheels on the Bus.
Assuming Wheels on the Bus goes down there, yes, the Morgana is a great pick into the Braum. But then we will be probably seeing LeBlanc covered, and it is locked in.
It is locked in.
Lugo.
Get the second round of bans going here.
So I do like that they at least LDD here, at least banning the Alawi and Jace away from Uncle Jemima, but not quite sure what the mid lane ban there and that Anivia is really going for. They're not really achieving anything with that, but then they block out that Caitlyn from. I mean, honestly, we have no idea what UTD is thinking here with their positions. That Caitlyn could go to Wheels on the Bus, could go to Maye. Maye could be trolling.
Could see anything at this point. We're going to see some ADC bans come out here, though. Really prioritizing limiting that ADC pool for the bot laners here.
Yeah, the Xayah coming out, taken away from most likely JJ Bell being a solid Xayah player here from the recent showing in the Fall Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
And so you see the Lucian band away, very solid AD carry, dominating pretty much every elo and every skill level here.
JJ going to take the Sivir.
Yeah, it's a good old Sivir lock-in. Sivir coming up strong these days. She was doing pretty well for herself somehow in that abhorrent meta, and then with the crit changes now, Sivir
the win rate climbing. Yeah, the win rate climbing on the Sivir. A lot of utility there. Great for the team comp. Not necessarily this particular team comp, but we'll see how it works out.
Oh, a Twitch. I bet that is Wheels on the Bus with his signature 80 carry Twitch coming out here for UTD. So we might see Wheels on the Bus.
Oh, and the Scion top.
Fuck Scion. Honestly, that champion is so dumb.
Let's get lots of directed camera on top lane this game. I'm ready to hear that General Dill play-by-play of the top lane action.
All right, now it's Rafal's turn to pick another brain-dead tank and watch it. Just kind of watch him duke it out for an hour.
He inevitably will. All right. So He goes with a little bit of spice with the Urgot.
Interesting selection, though, because Scion is the general answer to Urgot as far as top lane beefy champions go, with that ability to just break out of the Fear Beyond Death using his unstoppable onslaught. Unstoppable, by the way, clearing out those chains.
Yeah.
It'll be a good matchup, I think. Most likely Uncle Jemima versus Rafal up there.
I would have to say so. Rafal really established themselves as a top laner last season, playing for, I believe, the championship team, correct? With Maie. I haven't seen him on the Urgot a whole lot, so I'm interested to see what he does on this champion.
Yeah, it looks like they're spamming R. I'm not really sure what they're doing here.
Not sure what that means, if that's some sort of weird communication that... Oh, here we go.
Awesome. Now we get into the boring part where we have to wait 5 minutes for the game to start.
This is where we talk about how we believe the game will go based on the draft that we just saw.
Well,
So,
I believe it'll go 5 people load into the game on the blue side and 5 people load into the game on the red side. We'll probably team, one person go mid, and then each team will have one roaming jungler and 2 people in the bot lane, and they'll play League of Legends. That's how this game is going to go. Which
team do you think will spam masteries more as they walk? Which is the real question we all want to know.
Obviously, UTD. Gotta give it to Maie, the meme lord, and good old Uncle Jemima. I'm gonna see lots and lots of mastery flashes in spawn.
I hope. I want my ears to literally fall off from mastery spam, but
every time I do it, everyone yells at me. The casters get so mad, and I don't get it.
You know, I haven't had the pleasure of casting one of your games before, but I'm hoping one of our teams here today picks up on the play-by-play of Dill and does us the honor of flashing those masteries.
Alrighty, so we do see Rafal grabbing that Urgot, and hold on, wait for it. Labyrinth 1898.
Oh!
Grabbing the Lee Sin.
Shocking.
Oh, that's what I needed before when I introduced the players.
Well, now we'll have it for game 2, so that'll be great.
And yeah, it does look like Wheels on the Bus is gonna grab Twitch with Wall of Sound 10 on more. I mean, obviously they have up until 30 seconds remaining in the swap phase to swap it out. But, excuse you, OPTSM fan, I do not suck at this game. I just merely hate this game. And you know what?
Heyo.
Right.
No, let's do more.
I'll just be over here, sharpening my feathers.
We've had a request to drop the air horn, but I think we all know that we want
is here to
more.
stay.
That we want more air horn. Drop some air horn gangs in chat if you're digging the air horn.
The best part of the game is having air. Why is everyone flaming me? We should be flaming Gurk7. Come on, chat. Let's give it up. Fire Gurk7. Eric
Hashtag,
Joe's Q is my daddy.
Drop it in chat. Let us know how you feel. Don't feel oppressed. No one can see what you're saying except for the fact that it's your Twitch name that shows up when you say it.
Who is Gurg? Well, unfortunately, you are on Gurg7 and not on PMA LCS, so you've been ratted out, good sir. And alright, so the real question of this game What are the chances Labyrinth 1898 builds a jungle item? That's the real over-under here.
Oof. I say it's unlikely. I mean, what is it? Rush Tiamat and go from there, and it's why build a jungle item? You don't need it.
True that.
You really don't need it.
I'll give it a 1 in 9 chance that we get to see a jungle item for this Lee Sin.
I don't see it happening, but you never know. We've been wrong before.
He does have This Is Lugo here, probably directing things out of the mid lane. A very smart and calculating player.
Mm-hmm.
A great pickup for Labyrinth 1898 through this draft. So this will be a great matchup here. Hiramar versus This Is Lugo. The LeBlanc obviously being the biggest tilting factor for Hiramar. And I don't expect anything out of this Xerath today, not going to lie here.
Yeah, I would say the LeBlanc is one of the few champs that has given Hiramar some trouble in the past, but he is on one of his comfort picks, the Xerath. So if he plays back, he plays calculated, he plays safe, and waits for his top tier jungler to give him a visit. I think he might do okay. But it'd be interesting to listen in on those comms to hear him what he has to say about laning against the LeBlanc.
I mean, last time I let LeBlanc go through against Hiramar, I got no fewer than 973 angry reacts for the next 2 weeks. So, not sure how this will go from his end.
Well, maybe consider the jungler that had to, be present around him during that time, and just care. Let's just care for him. He'll be fine.
So Maya, your official Hiramar babysitter with this Jarvan, I think he's going to have to make this impact happen early with these huge ganks onto that mid lane, or This Is Lugo, quite frankly, will probably just start to roll a snowball lead and start roaming out ahead of the Xerath.
Yeah, I would expect to see some early roams out of the LeBlanc. Most likely to the bot lane. But Maie, we know, is such a great presence jungler. You might see him deter some of those roams early on. So it'll be interesting to see the early game here. The one thing that I can be sure that we will not be interested in is this lovely spank fest in top lane. So if we can just keep directed camera off of that, we'll be good to go.
You know what we really needed top lane? I think we needed to watch Maokai versus Tank Karma. That would have been the top lane fight to watch out for. That would have made this game absolutely the most exciting game I've ever seen.
I think we've seen that in the PMA LCS maybe once before, and it was the single most boring event ever. I think I was in that game, and I didn't even want to be near top lane.
Hi, I'm Jirachi, and I'm unmuting to say I do not endorse Tank Karma.
I don't know what you're talking about by not exciting, because if you heard the casting on that, it was probably the most exciting part of the game, hearing our good old friend Hillary Clinton tilt off the face of the earth, just casting that matchup.
The fact that directed camera just kept going up there because it was like, oh, people are autoing each other. Oh, wait, it's two people just autoing each other until the end of time.
No. Karma pressed E to gain all her health back, and Maokai autoed to gain all his health back. There was things.
It's an exciting adventure. Wall of Sound going with the obvious best icon choice there, the choking chicken. Everyone else is going to lose. So,
well, hold on. We haven't even gotten through our Zorpox endorsed skin analyst here.
Yes, correct. You're right. The non-Morgana skin instant lose according to the Zorpox method.
Yeah, the lack of skin synergy bot really frightens me from both teams. I don't really know what I'm going to get here out of just an unmatching Twitch Morgana and then a non-matching Sivir Braum. There's just nothing happening in this bot lane. I don't. Oh,
Truly. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
So we're taking a quick pause here, just lining everyone up.
Yep. Alrighty, and so here we go. We're gonna see Godfist. I do like this Blood Moon Sivir skin, though. I'm gonna have to give the bot lane skin award to the JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat.
Yeah, I agree.
No?
That's no, I like the Blood Moon. That's a good looking Sivir skin. I like that Braum skin as well.
Really is. Oh, we see this is Lugo doing his classic distortion over the wall, place the word pop back, and that he does in every single solo queue duo game I've ever played with him. I don't know why I'm surprised by that happening. So
a little bit of early damage, a little bit of early vision. What's not to like?
Yeah, you know, he's lucky that he hit someone. Honestly, as Maya is just gonna regen it all anyway. Plenty of time for that. And so we see he's pretty standard 4 point start here from UTD as they set up for Jarvan, looking to get that red buff leash from his bot lane with Labyrinth right across the river from him. Leashing that blue buff is his bot lane. And absolutely as standards as it gets. Uncle Jemima not getting cheeky enough. I disapprove of this.
Yeah. Top laners covering slightly. There might have been some room to get cheeky in there, but yeah, pretty standard starts for both teams. Maye choosing to take a somewhat vertical route down onto Krugs.
Yeah, he's going to go with that full south side clear.
Yep.
Early
Labby's
through a full clear.
Labby's going to go right to Wolves. Pause for a second and
so we know they're both looking for long clears here, because Labyrinth and Maye both smiting that second camp for the health sustain. Well, interesting to see Maye looking for that lower scuttle. Labyrinth 1898. 1898. Going straight into that top side. Actually, both leaving one camp open there.
Maye not pushing the crab to the bot side. Doesn't look like he's going to look for that early level 2.
No, he absolutely needs to be around mid lane. You can see Hirmar having been poked out a ton by Mrs. Lugo.
Already half HP.
Looking for that, not quite going to follow that sigil in with his distortion. And now that he's level 3, Hirmar is in danger, should be under his turret right now. This is Lugo gonna tell him to back the hell out of my lane, good sir. Kata loading that.
Well, Hirmar choosing to lose a few CS, but at the cost of staying alive. Maye is not too far off. He smites the blue to get that quick clear on the top side so he can offer some support for his mid lane.
So both junglers hitting level 3 here. Maye ahead by a camp. Wait, how is Maye down one farm? Is there a camp bug or something? Is one camp only worth 3? Is Maye... They're going to meet each other. Labyrinth realizing he has the advantage. And they back out.
Yeah, not quite sure. Actually, Maye has a 3 CS lead right now. You are seeing they're misaligned in the...
Yeah, I think there's a bug with one of the camps having only granted 3 farm to Maye.
Yeah, right now I've got Maye at 23 and Labby at 16.
Interesting enough.
Labby looking for a little bit of a cheeky invade on the Raptors, but he should know Maye is approaching. Luckily, his mid laner has priority.
Yeah, but Maye is a level up on Labyrinth, so he's going to have that extra damage in his Dragon Strike Q when he comes out for the full combo. But Labyrinth just taking over this camp like it's no big deal. This is Lugo right over the wall.
Yep, exactly. He's trusting his mid laner who has priority. He can take at least the small ones.
Oh, Maye going right in on Labyrinth. Labyrinth is low. And it resets. This is Lugo flashing in and drops the ignite. Maye going down to this is Lugo. And they're gonna
first
walk out of
blood.
there.
First blood over to This Is Lugo. Just a well played, well positioned priority play in the mid.
It looks like Maye did end up getting the Raptor, smiting it away while it was low health during that struggle.
You don't want to give up that much over just 62 gold on a Raptor. I get it. You're proud of your. You're proud of your
going in. This is Lugo going for it, gets the sigil of the chain.
The flash comes out from Hiramar to stay safe.
Absolutely, that damage coming out. If those ethereal chains lock him in for one more auto, he is dead. Needing to flash out, holding onto his barrier. Hiramar in a pretty bad spot now in this mid lane, as This Is Lugo has full control of that lane with a kill and a farm lead under his belt. Gonna hit level 6 here, yep, right now. And this is very dangerous for UTD coming through the mid lane. Is Uncle Jemima looking in here on Rafal. Rafal got slowed up. Uncle Jemima just smacking him away. Hatchet, hatchet, hatchet. He's gonna get a huge knockup, smash, but he doesn't follow it up.
Right? He backs off, maybe thinking he didn't have the full all-in potential.
He didn't have the vision, but now Rafal hitting level 6 first.
And as we see, he was somewhat correct with Labby being near the top side.
How is Uncle Jemima not level 6? He's gonna get all in. Rafal is just gonna get the ult and Fear Beyond Death.
Done.
Uncle Jemima slain as he's gonna try to chase him down, but Labyrinth is here for the assist to get his top laner out. Uncle Jemima must have missed a partial wave of experience because he was not level 6 when Rafal was, having been at equal lane cleared.
It's very interesting.
Yeah,
Where did he miss that XP?
He had to have missed something somewhere along the lines, and I'm not really sure. His teleport is down. He may have had to take an early back.
We might have missed that during fighting in mid or near mid. Yeah. Yes. So Rafal with the Kleptomancy also. An interesting selection.
I mean, the rune is just straight up broken at this point compared to what it used to be. It has way too much value, covering 2 auto attacks worth of Klepto stacks.
He did not opt to start with a support item like many top laners gold funneling have done lately.
I mean,
action in the mid
here as Labyrinth gonna take down Hiramar. He's in real deep. He tries to get out with his ward. Maye's there. Can he get that auto? Minions are chasing, and Labyrinth is going to somehow get out of there.
I think Uncle Jemima is gonna collapse on him and get him, but
yep, and the ultimate takes it.
Not sure the necessity of that ult, but
the unstoppable
for dramatic effect.
Such a humongous radius. I just don't get how that is a thing. Just look at how far away he was when he hit it. He's just a mile away, and bam, out comes the damage. Takes down Labyrinth. A red buff. No red buff. That had expired a while back. Jeez, I'm high. All right.
Maye coming in on the blue buff, getting an easy steal while Labby was respawning in Fountain.
Dead here. We're going to see the gank bot lane. Wall sound getting the root onto the Braum. The Braum is locked down. He's going to take a huge load of damage from the knockup. Wheels on the bus, picking himself up a kill. Coming in here, Twitch 1-0 now with a pretty even in farm. And so this bot lane is going to start to head off in the direction of UTD's bot lane.
Yeah.
However, we do have to remember that Braum does pretty much negate Twitch's ultimate as far as it goes. Twitch's ultimate being a projectile, the Braum Unbreakable Shield going to block that out. So while UTD does have this gold and they're going to soon have an item lead, their ultimate is going to have less effect. So it's pretty much an even fight. Sivir not really having a combat effective ultimate, and Wheels on the Bus combat effectiveness from his ultimate going to be canceled out. And now Labyrinth's gonna try to counter jungle these Raptors again.
Just an easy gank bot lane, and I don't like seeing a bot lane push up that much when your jungler just died deep in the enemy jungle, and you're not sure who's in your your blue side jungle.
Oh, Wall of Sound 10 gonna go down here. He's getting locked up. He's gonna drop the ultimate to try to get something, but this is Lugo is going to get him down with the Ignite and the final auto. And Wheels on the Bus trying to stay to save his support. Next, you probably just leave him. Say CY at support. I'm getting out of here, but he does go down. Labyrinth getting in there from the 4-man bot lane for LDD, and they're going to pick up a pretty free dragon as Maye is going straight to that top side of Labyrinth's jungle.
Yep. Maye knows.
Now. A little bit away. This is Lugo doesn't stay in range for the ethereal chain to the root.
Solo kill in the top lane. Rafal picking off Uncle Jemima underneath his own turret, just walking in, being the bigger man in top lane. And Maye, knowing that he's lost the bot side, lost the dragon, gets what he can from the top side. He's looking for Rafal. Rafal sees him on the control ward.
Yep, so he's going to go and gets the knockup. Maye is in dealing damage. Rafal putting out a ton of damage back, but he does not have the Fear Beyond Death. Maye really low. He's going to use the Cataclysm, not dealing enough damage. As Rafal actually flashes away from that Demacian standard. A very low damaging ability, but still afraid of that. Yeah, that only has 80 base damage right now.
Maybe an unnecessary flash, but better safe than sorry in Rafal's eyes.
Labyrinth 1898 was looking for Maye around the backside, but did not correctly predict the recall pattern. But now Uncle Jemima in on Rafal as Rafal TV's back in. He gets flipped up, and Rafal takes a tower shot. And the trade going pretty even right now, but Labyrinth is behind this turret.
Looking for the dive. Rafal clears the wave, and the dive is
not called in. The dive's not called in right now. He's not going in.
Interesting.
Called off. They were a little scared at the tankiness of this Scion with his slightly magical boots, giving him that massive amount of health. He
also still has ult, so maybe they were just worried about the impact of his ult.
Yeah, as Maye found out Labyrinth and was kicked away, so Dragon's Rage down now for that jungler gank pressure from Lee Sin, but down to the bot lane, Biscuit had taken a lot of damage as he got rooted up. And JJ Bell actually does have the overshield coming in, but now they're going hard on the wall of sound. He gets 2 men with his ultimate.
Morgana ult coming out.
Braum ult misses, and they're both stunned up. JJ Bell taking some good damage. Wheels on the bus, trying to put that across, but he's not going to quite get anything. And now top lane, Uncle Jemima going hard in on Rafal as Maye is here to follow up. Rafal gonna just dash out, but Maye lands the knockup. He's putting down the damage. He has the slow. Rafal is slowed up again. Huge damage coming across. He's getting really low, and the shutdown going to Uncle Jemima, getting himself a good 250 shutdown gold, 250 shutdown gold. No, that was 500 shutdown gold. Looking back at the stream, so a huge chunk of change back into Uncle Jemima's pocket. Gonna cover up those 2 deaths, honestly, because the shutdown gold is quite nutty at this point. As now here comes a dive. Wall of Sound going straight down, bursted right down, and now Wheels on the Bus picked up by JJ Bell. 2 members low, but here comes the Xerath. He snipes out. The Braum is going down. Can he get another? Maye is here. He cataclysms, but JJ Bell flash and heals away from that. Maye is still in on it as this is Lugo is getting stunned up, but looks like Maye's in a bad position. 1v3 now. He's going to try to get away. This is Lugo landing the Ethereal challenge, going hard, gets the Ignite Distortion, and going to take him down with the Electrocute damage and the final auto. Huge 4-0 LeBlanc here coming up, and now it looks like they should be able to get this entire bot lane tower.
They're gonna get all the plate gold they can off this, and they're gonna get the tower.
Yep.
And look at the jungle CS difference right now. Maye with a huge lead, but just overall his lane presence and his lane proximity has just not matched Labby's, and we can see the huge difference in the kills right now.
Yeah, Labyrinth 1898 going around mostly with his LeBlanc. This is Lugo, and just grabbing kills as a strong duo with the advantage they get out of this. Taking great advantage of this to get him and keep him in the game against this Jarvan, who is 2 levels ahead right now as far as all that goes.
Who needs farm when you're farming kills, right?
I mean, levels are pretty important right now, especially with the jungle experience nerfs coming across. You do need to get those camp clears and to stay relevant in the game.
We can definitely see Maye prioritizing camps, which should essentially be working in his favor. It's just not right now.
And so, I mean, it looks like coming into this mid game that even though Labyrinth has that kill gold, if Maya can hit level 11 while Labyrinth 1898 is still level 9 or lower, then Maya just has so much more mid-game utility. As now here comes the unstoppable onslaught straight under a fall. He's gonna miss, dodge down under a fall. And now he's gonna dodge out on the decimating smash too, but it is now a 2v1. Maya getting the knockup. The Fear Beyond Death misses, dodged out by the Maya combo of Demacian Standard Dragon Strike, and now they are going hard. Rafal knocked up again, Cataclysmed in, and a kill for Uncle Jemima again onto Rafal. 3 kills now onto the Scion.
But it costs them a second Ocean Drake, so we're going to have 2 Ocean Drakes onto LDD.
Which
and a huge gold lead on LDD right now.
Is now LeBlanc going hard in on Hiramar. He lands the Ethereal Chain combo, and a late Zanya is not going to block any damage, but this is Lugo does decide to back out off of it. And I wanted to mention, normally 2 Ocean Drakes wouldn't be that big of a deal, but when you're facing a Zerath Morgana poke team like this,
oh yeah,
that is going to give you so much extra sustain. As now Labyrinth going in, he misses the Q, he hits a minion, he gets dodged, Labyrinth going to take... Ooh. Spicy, here comes the Zerath trying to snipe him out. Can he get it? Misses every single shot. This is Lugo in, misses the Ethereal Change, and Hiramar goes down to the Electrocute, but rooted under tower. This is Lugo shut down gold, going to Wall of Sound 10. Meanwhile, Uncle Jemima coming around the back. They're going to pick up 2 kills. Yeah, 2 kills off the backside as Labyrinth 1898 Biscuit Hat going down.
That's huge. And they're dropping the Rift Herald mid, trying to get some of this gold lead back in their pocket.
And there's that level advantage I was talking about. While Maya is down in items and gold, he was 2 levels up on Labyrinth 1898. And with the help of Uncle Jemima, they just shredded straight through it.
That up.
2 towers out of this Rift Herald as it does go down. Rafal gonna try to save it. He might actually protect this tower. Fear Beyond Death hitting the big, beefy, high health target, and they're gonna try to shred him down. Can he make it? Black Shield actually will prevent the execute, even if he was low, but he's not that low. Rafal flashing over, flips wheels on the bus, over wheels on the bus, going down to the good old cancel, to the good old purge. Slap bam auto as Uncle Jemima
Bindings
getting hit
out.
up, and Labyrinth 1898 does make it. Does clean up that kill. Now Rafal taking a tower shot, but not gonna die to Uncle Jemima's passive. The good old dead Scion killing you. Now this is Lugo looking for some damage, and it seems that LDD gonna be sieging up here in this mid lane for this half-health turret. They should be able to force UTD off of this. UTD choosing to stay to try to clear. Just getting some damage off Hiramar, gonna get huge electrocute damage and cleaned up by the Winter's Bite off of Braum. Biscuit Hat grabbing himself a kill. Man, this has been a nutty 2 minutes.
A lot of nice back and forth there. Seemed to be very even back and forth, but I think at the end of the day, we're looking at LDD getting the advantage on that, just in terms of extending their kill lead. At one point, we were looking at a 10-8 kill lead. Now we're looking at 14-8. And getting that extra turret in mid, even though their mid tier 2 is a little bit lower, I think they come away with the advantage on that.
Yeah, sitting fancy at about a 4K gold lead here for LDD. Partially coming down to them getting all 5 of those turret platings bot lane to the...
Those early plates, they make such a huge difference.
Yeah, split up between 2 or 3 people there for most of them, grabbing that entire tower in a huge 4-man gank to the 1 or 2 plates that Hiramar grabbed mid, and that's really all that UTD was able to manage, was a few plates off that mid lane. So that turret plating coming in, probably accounting for about 1,000 gold here, but that still leaves another 2,000 gold on it, 2,500 gold-ish unanswered through this kill and farm advantage we see.
Getting a little bit of a lull here. Just we saw some vision clearing in the mid area. We're going to see some side lanes get pushed out here. What are we looking for UTD? What are we thinking is their win condition at this point? How do they overcome a somewhat small but still decent gold deficit here.
Wombo combos. Now we see Maya going and bursting down Labyrinth 1898. Straight down as the Zerath ultimate coming out, trying to land the right of the arcane, getting a few shots on Alyssa's Lugo as he's going to back out now. They're down a member. They're looking to get some vision around this Cloud Drake spawning in 43 seconds.
There's that level advantage you're talking about.
And Maya just coming down, decimating Labyrinth 1898. The farm gold probably keeping about even. I'm going to go check that. Yes, he is 400 gold up now in thanks to that kill. So he was up 100 gold on Labyrinth 1898 despite the kill disparity because of his farm and the level advantage on top of that, just giving him so much extra damage and survivability. So now Uncle Jemima gonna be in trouble here. They sent 3 members top from LDD, giving up Dragon Pressure to start pushing down turrets. This is Lugo wrapping around. They have 4 members up here. Labyrinth might look for that big steal of the dragon as we see the unstoppable onslaught.
No, I think they see the Cloud Drake here. They don't care much about it.
Oh, Labyrinth 1898 is there, hovering around. He might go in for the steal. Not going to get it. Smited cleanly by Maye. As the Turgo's down and Uncle Jemima in a really bad spot. 2v4 now as Hirmar shows up. The Braum ultimate coming out. The Glitch Fish are going to keep him locked in. And there comes the Fear Beyond Death. No unstoppable onslaught to get out of this. Uncle Jemima going to try to trade back on the Biscuit Head. Not quite going to get it. This is Lugo sitting low, taking all of Hirmar's burst. Give me your burst, brother. Slabby-dabba-doo, right on the Baron. Here they... Maye gonna sniff this out. He knows.
Maye knows.
UTD is gonna start hard pushing bot. Maye looking for the steal. Slabby-dabba-doo immediately backs out as soon as they get any vision of Maye and Hirmar coming over. Any vision of them coming over, they just done. They don't have the damage to burst down fast enough, so they're going to take quite a bit of damage. So they do have the tankiness of the Urgot here, along with the Lee Sin to split that. Actually, that is a full damage Dust Blade Lee Sin, so never mind. He is not tanky at all.
Questionable teleport there to the bot lane by Rafal, teleporting onto a turret that is so low.
Save that turret and it got destroyed. How about that? Big mistake. Coming from
always one of those in the moment decisions you want so bad to save your tier 1 turret, but
Maye gonna be ignited. Will he go down? No, he will not go down. He will be safe there, but the ignite coming out from This is Lugo as they tried to catch Maye out. So we'll probably see a reset here as LDD is going to pull all 5 members mid as Sipper is on the way to this mid lane turret. 4 members from UTD while Maye resets, and they will plenty of clear. Plenty of wave clear. No, do not dread mod top laners. I don't know what you mean by that. He's calling Uncle Jemima bad just because he's a 4-death inting Scion?
That is his job. His job is to die.
Although, we must go back to Joystick 1898, pointing out the most important part of this game. Labyrinth 1898 built a jungle item.
Holy cow, he did. We were all
gonna
wrong.
Get bursted down the barrier, saving his life. This is Lugo trying to get that pick, and this is going to free up this bot lane turret here for Labby-Dabby-Doo as they all responded. Right at the arcane, going to try to clear out and poke.
Just not in time, not enough.
That turret, Maye now in a bad position, but he does have that Cloud Drake move speed to get out. He is slowed by the Fear Beyond Death as now he's flipped in. He is just going to get bursted up and eaten down. Fear Beyond Death.
Rafal just feeding on the enemy team this game.
And now that is 5 members strong. Labby-Dabby-Doo gotta keep this push going. A full health team. But there is still plenty of clear for this team as this is Lugo going hard on the wheels on the bus. Wheels on the bus barely survives. As now the fight is continuing to extend. Hirmar kicked into the team, and this is Lugo takes him down. But now Uncle Jemima trying to go on the run. The tower damage being huge. A couple flashes burned here. This is Lugo, and that's about it to get out of this.
So many options on tanking the turret. They're able to just walk under that turret, pick their target.
Labyrinth bursts out. Here we
go
go. Here
again.
comes the spray and pray. Going in huge. Maya gonna get the Cataclysm here. 2 people, 3 members going down, and now we're Fall and JJ Bell around the run. We're Fall rooted up, and he is just gonna go down as Maya gets his Demacian Standard in with the Dragon Strike. Gonna clean that up. Huge spell shield on the Dragon Strike from JJ Bell, but here it goes. The Ace 4.
Greedy. They thought so strongly about their first dive. They thought they could do it again, but the health bars were too low. You're too low to try it again, boys.
And there it was. I'm 90% sure I said it earlier and not just thought it, but wombo combo, wombo combo, wombo combo.
And it was there, but it took an assist from LDD, thinking that they were stronger than they were.
You know, one thing I really want to point out, and a million props here to Wheels on the Bus with that spray and pray positioning. He saw the Braum and he put himself on the side and pushed that spray and pray through around that wall, hitting multiple members all the way through. Big play coming from that Twitch against his hard counter. Gonna help carry through that fight, put out lots of damage while Maye goes deep with the big knock-up combo Cataclysm. And then 2 members of LDD just locked in under that turret by the Cataclysm wall, keeping them away from their carry LeBlanc, who was locked in and just bursted down. And now Maye here to contest this Earth Drake. He goes in. Labyrinth's gonna secure that himself, but the right there coming out. Maye going low. Maye does go down. JJ Bell picking that up. And it is a repeat of our game last night where we see the jungler with Baron suiciding to try to get Drake, except this one did not actually successfully take the Drake.
A valiant effort, especially you're looking at a Mountain Drake, something that could play big importance in this game, and arguably the most Drake on the map for UTD so far. You know, LDD has the double ocean, which is great against this poke comp, but I don't know about going in. If you have the support of your team there, maybe, but shot at a steal there.
Well, at least for UTD, there is no chance of
he had the level advantage, which I'm assuming influenced his decision, but Labby with the good smite.
Let's get the question mark pings down for Wallace on 10. You were caught, my friend. Accidental misclick on that Zhonya's there, off in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
We got him.
We saw that.
We got it. Somebody clip that. And so, luckily for UTD, losing their jungler, there was no chance of a grouped up push for LDD here, as they are pushing into a Baron buff. There's no way to get your minions under turret pretty easily there.
So,
and then top lane going down, and UTD gonna be going up top with this Baron buff. I wish the Spectator had some semblance of what the Baron timer was, but hey, thank you, Riot. They don't want to help us out here. So I'm gonna assume about 1.5 minutes on this Baron based on my guesstimates here.
I'd say about a little bit. Yeah, about that, or a little bit less, based on the.
Now, ooh, they're going hard. Here comes on the hunt now as the Glitch Fish are coming out. They're going to lock down Maye and get him with the Fear Beyond Death, but Biscuit Hat going down. The Resurrect coming out for Labyrinth. He's going to need his Uncle Jemima teleporting in on JJ Bell, but now Ball goes down, trying to go deep onto Hiramar. So does Labyrinth 1898. They're just going down.
This is Ludo pushing the bot lane. He's going to get in him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to get that inhib for sure, but UTD, they're going to try to take what they can. They may go for the inhib. Here comes Hiramar to defend this. He does have a Banshee's Veil, but this is a lot of magic damage coming across from this is Lugo. He does take it. Hiramar now trying to punish Lugo for it as Lugo goes in, pops the Banshee's Veil, and now he is on the run. Here comes a clone. Hiramar guesses right, but not in range, and UTD going to keep pushing. They have Biscuit Hat respawning in 5 seconds on JJ Bell. They may take this counter inhibitor, but
I think they take it.
But,
another great fight where we have to commend Wheels on the Bus for his positioning. The positioning inside the bush when LDD has no vision. He's able to sit back and spray and pray with no repercussions. Cleans that fight up.
Especially with Biscuit Hat going down first, taking away that Unbreakable for the free Twitch Slaughterhouse there. But I'm going to say the advantage of that fight goes in the favor of Labby Dabby Doo here, because they did counter take that inhibitor bot lane against a Baron push. So
yeah,
coming out pretty even now in the gold lead, reflecting this 400 gold lead. So barely anything
props
here for LDD.
Big props to This Is Lugo for staying on that bot lane and not being tempted to back and support a team that had already lost the fight. He stayed on that inhib and he got it.
There was no way to get there in time, but arguments could be made if he had been there. As he goes in now hard, he goes on the wheels on the bus. He takes the shutdown gold.
Oh,
huge burst damage, getting the full combo.
600 gold going over to This Is Lugo.
Even though missing the ethereal chains, the ignite plus the electrocute, as now he's caught out a little bit. Gonna root up Uncle Jemima and stop that engage. But we could argue, had This Is Lugo been there with his team, they might have been able to win that fight, but he was not there in time, so it didn't matter. Not stopping the back. Gonna try to burst out Hirmar. Hirmar down to half health is there, just poking away. And now it's 2 super minions up top pushing for UTD here versus 2 super minions bot pushing for LDD. Are we gonna see the teams reset? Oh, JJ! Ooh, they caught him out. Wall of Sound with a huge dark binding. This is Lugonax trying to get away. He goes down. He warps back into the Soul Furnace explosion as Labyrinth 1898 on the run. Wheels on the bus gonna clean up bot lane. Fall now finally does back for those super minions top, and Baron here respawning in 15 seconds with an Earthdrake up.
We've got almost an even push here. The top pushing for UTD, the bot pushing for LDD.
This is a crazy close game right now. This Labyrinth's gonna look to secure vision on this Baron, but he actually gets knocked away by Baron. While he
all of a sudden, we're looking at a 300 gold differential when we were looking at a 4,500 gold differential just not even 10 minutes ago.
And the advantage right now, though, leaning in the favor of Labby Dabby Doo here. Rafal having his teleport, he has the ability to counteract these super minion pushes and then join a fight, whereas Uncle Jemima still sitting with about 2.5 minutes left on his teleport.
Not utilizing Rafal in that manner, though.
Oh, he is going hard. They found Wall of Sound on the Baron. Wall of Sound is going to go down here.
Oh, yeah.
Popping the Zhonya's just to stall as long as he can. Maye saying, see you at, my brother. You served your purpose. I'm so sorry.
See you back at the fountain. Thanks for being here.
And so now Labby Dabby Doo up a huge member, especially that Morgana having a Zhonya's plus the ultimate there available. Actually, Soul Shackle's not available right now, but having that with the Zhonya's a huge part of their Wombo combo engage. Now here comes the channel. Uncle Jemima gonna knock up Rafal. Rafal taking a decent bit of damage from Maya and Wheels on the bus. He's gonna drop the Purge Shield just to stop away any new damage coming in.
LDD pinging their base. They know they have to step back or they're going to start losing Nexus turrets.
Too late. Super Minion takes that tower. But LDD with 2 Super Minions on the bot lane tower are coming in on hot into the Nexus towers here for UTD.
Labby Dabby Doo's got to start pressing up, stopping these backs.
Alright, here comes the engage. Maye going in, gets the Cataclysm on a 2. Labyrinth locked in. He's going to get out. Huge shield as This Is Lugo going in under the Wheels on the bus. Wheels on the bus going down to the Ignite. A big kill pickup as Rafal is back, covering these minions. He has his teleport available, and now Super Minions for LDD. Actually leaves the tower and pounds the melee minion. Somebody ping that minion. But Uncle Jemima gonna get jumped on. Here comes the teleport from Rafal. They're gonna try to get this out. Uncle Jemima still with the unstoppable onslaught available, can get out if in trouble. And LDD just gonna back out and go straight to Baron with pings from UTD that they are starting it. And here it comes. Here comes the Baron. Maye still alive for a potential steal. Alrighty, so now here we go. Big 5 members of This Is Lugo going in, pops Wall of Sound immediately. Maye healing up a little bit off that blue buff. He gets hit by the Fear Beyond Death, and he's gonna get tried to get jump on. This is Lugo going in there trying to pop the Fear Beyond Death, but not quite gonna get it. Biscuit Hat there. Fear Beyond Death has expired, and Maye is out. Baron has been successfully stopped in. Ukul Jemima trying to run away with the unstoppable onslaught is now a super minion for UTD is up on that inhibitor.
That top inhib. This is Lugo goes back though. He's been the go-to backer for this, as opposed to Rafal.
Alright, so Labby Dabby Do on this Baron. They're gonna stop DPSing it to try to wait out the right of the arcade.
Biscuit has too low.
Baron secured by Labyrinth 1898. Ukul Jemima, they're just gonna let him go. Biscuit Hat is low. He's gonna burn his flash.
Oh, he's gonna burn it. Yep.
You know Last Shadow's gonna flame that guy for flashing right there. His flash is so much more important later than that cooldown than that death timer right now. Last Shadow is cringing over that flash, but Biscuit Hat does stay alive.
The fear of death and the fear of losing that Baron buff, even though you've got 4 teammates that have it. I think you take one for the team there and you save the flash.
But that's alright, because now they do have that 5-man push anyway, so Labby Dabby gonna group up as they did burst out Wheels onto Bus with This Is Lugo. Now LeBlanc is pretty huge at opening up pushes for them. He's been getting huge bursts and big kills in this mid-game picks, and just opening up the map for LDD here early in the mid to late game.
Oh yeah, he's been huge. He's been setting this up. He's 11-3-4.
You know, whether or not UTD wins this, $10 says the LeBlanc ban. Win or not?
I'm not taking that bet. Just because I know in comms this whole game there's been a lot of detrimental statements about LeBlanc said.
Hey. Come on. You think Kiramar's really crying about LeBlanc right now? Because I definitely do.
Right now, at this exact instant, probably not. But during the laning phase, I have a...
At every single moment of this game, nothing but cries about LeBlanc. As now we're going to see a fight break out. Maya getting bursted pretty low without LeBlanc being there. And the Spray and Pray going to get unloaded, putting a little bit of damage across. And now the Baron push is coming onto this open inhibitor as This Is Lugo tries to open up mid. But
they're going to peel off for the dragon here.
That is an Elder Drake. That is pretty big here. Labby Dabby Do going straight for that. Probably about 2-ish minutes left on that Baron.
Oh. Labby not getting the memo on the blast cone, but that spray and pray coming out, not doing very much damage there.
DPS stopped on the dragon smartly as Maya checks it, and they pull it out. Here comes UTD, they're coming in. Here's the Unstoppable Onslaught, gonna knock up 2 as This Is Lugo goes straight and deletes the Wall of Sound 10 and puts Wheels on the bus low, but he does go down for his trouble. Maya trying to escape, does get taken down by JG Bell. Ukul Jemima in the middle of Labby Dabby Do, goes down as well, bursted out. But now here comes the passive. He's gonna try to put down as much annoyance as he can, but really the Glory and Death late game is kind of useless late game, for the most part. As Labby Dabby Do
this should be an easy...
this Elder and push. Earmark caught out, trying to overstay to steal off the dragon, but taken straight down. And that is a big 30-second stagger.
Long death timers here. We might be seeing... we see an end here.
It is potential here. They are going to be taking this inhibitor fast. They do have a wave and a half to work with.
And they've got the Baron buff.
And they back out.
They're going to peel off.
They back out of here.
Baron buff expiring.
No, it's still there. I mean, okay, now it's gone.
That's what I'm saying. It's expiring.
They could have dove that.
I think they had it, but they're going to peel off. They're going to take the easy Elder.
Sight stun on Elder Drake, but Maya coming in
Maya is up.
Let's see what happens as now Rafal is here for zoning duty. Labyrinth, 1898 hitting the Q, goes in, the Sonic Wave, follows it up with a Resonating Strike. He tries to go in, Maya forced to flash out. As we see the Ward hop in and the On the Hunt popped. This game is crazy.
These
teams back to
want
a 5K gold lead in favor of Labby Dabby Do.
These teams want to kill each other rather than play objective control, and I love it. They just want to murder each other until the
98 kills.
Exactly. We're going for it.
Coming down low. It's going to get stolen by Maya.
Oh, no!
It's about 3 members. Right in the arcade coming across. JG Bell taking it really low. The Resurrect coming out here for Labyrinth. 1898 is Wheels on the Bus just unloading across the whole team. with a spray and pray.
Spray and pray.
Labyrinth trying to pop out. This is Lugo hopping on the wall. Labyrinth goes down. And now it's 4 members strong for UTD. Pushing in. Trying there. See pings onto this open inhibitor. Try to open that up. And they will probably end up having to back, honestly, to cover that bot lane. They're going to have 2 super minions pushing straight in. No, they're just going to Uncle Jemima face take this Scion. This is Lugo trying to make the play. He's going to get some good damage on loss on tap. Misses the ethereal change as this is Lugo popped up and taken down by Hiramar. JJ Bell, the only one left, going to try to do it again. Huge damage coming across, but the redemption coming through for the heal. And they just can't DPS with the backdoor resistances. Here comes the minion wave. And they're going to take Hiramar flashing forward. Misses the stun, which would have been spell shielded
They can
anyway.
stop backs. Maye's back, all right.
Not really the play you go for against the Sivir here, but Biscuit Hat coming in. They're going to hear us the on the hunt. Wallace Sound is taken really low. Uncle Jemima's also taken low. Wheels on the Bus is going to get eaten up by the Fear Beyond Death, but he does have that GA, and yeah, he's just dead. So an inhibitor and a half, Glory and Death Massive trying to take
big steal. The big steal. He comes over the wall, the short wall on the bottom right half of the Dragon Pit, and the perfectly timed smite combined with Hiramar ulting and focusing the Dragon.
But Baron is up right now, and there's 5 members of...
Can he do it again? And he does it!
Make a steal. Cool. Here it comes. We're at 6K, 5K, 4K. Maye is here. 2.5K. He goes in, but they stop the DPS. He gets the steal. He steals it at 3 health with his final smite right in the arcane coming across. The Baron taken by Maye.
He does it again. Maye.
Oh my gosh, is that General Dill jungling for UTD?
Maye showing why he is the MVP of the last split. He comes in. He executes a perfect steal on the Elder. Can he top it? He executes a perfect steal on the Baron.
Yeah, Elder and Baron on 2 members here still. We should call him Maye the Steal. Screw Neil. That guy sucks.
I gotta give up the name at this point. If he wants it, it's his.
Oh, Rafal first to flash out. Wallace out taking very low. The Fear Beyond Death blocked by Uncle Jemima. This is Lugo going in, not gonna secure the kill. Here comes the on the hunt. Does take it with the Boomerang Blade as Wheels on the Bus is on the run. Uncle Jemima here trying to take up as long as possible. Can he do it? He's still alive. Hiramar putting out damage. This is Lugo gonna hit the Sigil of Malice onto a minion by accident. Could be a crucial mistake right at the arcane coming out. Gonna put down some huge damage, putting JJ Bell really low, not gonna take the kill. He does finish it off. This Wheels on the Bus gets the kill. And now the Cataclysm comes in. Big damage coming out from Maye as he goes across with the Dragon Strike. And this is Lugo goes down to the Arcanopulse. Huge cleanup. This is an almost. This is a complete ace. 50 seconds
these
remaining.
Death timers are too long. I think you gotta look at UTD. They're walk it down.
Are they going to? They do have the Super Minions mid plus a single Baron buff here on Hiramar with 2 members.
You got 25 seconds till Braum is up.
They gotta get that minion wave down as fast as possible. And they are definitely trying. I don't see pings. There's the ping on the way
Baron,
to
you got the Baron buff on Hiramar. It's over.
Inhibitor respawning soon too. That on top of it, here they come. Here they come straight on the Nexus turret. 5.
It's over. Oh, it's over.
This game is over. It looks like UTD going to take game number 1 against Labby Dabby Biscuit Hat trying to be the hero, but not gonna make it.
God, what a game! What a roller coaster game!
Oh my gosh, my heart. Maye with 2 clutch steals that turned major fights and just popping out. Holy moly, I don't even know what to say about that game.
The unbelievability of first the Elder Dragon steal, where I see that one happening because you have Hiramar ulting on it. They comboed. I'm sure the comms were very much guaranteed that they were joining up on that one. But that Baron steal is all him. He walks in 1v4, pulls into the Baron pit, and just straight smites it. Biggest pair of balls I've seen.
I mean, I don't even know how that happens. He goes in, 2,500 health on the Baron, and LDD stops DPSing it and there tries to kill him. But then it goes down low.
He's
It
too
gets
tanky.
lower and lower. The smite comes down, and there's 3 health left on it. And Maye takes that 3 health away and grabs the Baron for UTD. And that swings the entire end of that game. Holy moly.
I mean, we
I
can
gotta-
do
I gotta give it to
MVP.
Maye.
We can do MVP talks if you want, but I think we all. I mean,
The
who else?
MVP pretty much 90% has to go to Maye, honestly.
It has to.
Those 2 big steals, huge fights. But you can argue back to a possible MVP steal here from Wheels on the
Wheels
Bus.
on the Bus.
Just his
Wheels on the
positioning in
Bus.
those team fights, the spray and pray coming across so many members, despite the Braum on the other team from Biscuit Hat. He knew exactly where that Braum was, and he put himself in a spot where he could do as much damage as possible and come up big in several team fights. I mean, it's close, but I'm still leaning Maye on that.
I'll give honorable mention to Wheels on the Bus because, like you said, the positioning in fights, especially key team fights, was so spot on, and he was so well placed, and he was putting out so much great damage that turned it. But you don't get this win without those not just 2 steals, but even one of those steals. Even if you only get one of those steals, I don't think you take this win.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, yeah, my vote 100%. Maye, you did it. You stole that game straight from the belt of LDD there. Honorable mention, Wheels of the Bus, huge Twitch play, but I'm sorry. You can't have that MVP today from me. If anybody actually makes the vote, that would also be helpful.
So we're going to get the MVP vote down in chat. Go ahead and make your vote. Strong case for Maye, but strong case all around for UTD. Great, hard-fought win off of a couple of big objective steals. We're going to get the poll in chat, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back for game number 2's Pick Bands.